Hey everyone, Gary Hydrick here. Here's hoping you had yourself a great weekend the past couple of days and the first of the week as well, because there's good fishing taking place in the Ozarks right now. First of all, I want to do something a little bit different. We talk about Table Rock here on the show. We talk about Taneycomo, Bull Shoals. Once in a while we'll give you a crappie report on Truman, maybe some walleye fishing on Stockton. Over at once in a while going down to Norfolk, talking about those big stripers they've been catching. But today we're going to start way out of our area. We're going to go upstate New York, just a tip of the hat, to Patrick Hildebrand. He was fishing here recently on the St. Lawrence River. Picked up a hogfish, I mean a pigfish, capital P fish. We're talking about an 8-pound, 15-ounce smallmouth bass. Take a look at this to get your show started here today, to get your fishing fever up. You know, it's such a beautiful fish. I'm going to give him an ounce. Let's say a 9-pound smallmouth bass. That is a beautiful fish, Patrick. Congratulations. All right, let's go over to Table Rock. Well, Table Rock, it's been pretty good the last few days. Topwater fishing continues to be good. I know there's a nice bass tournament out there over the past weekend. A lot of topwater fish caught. And the buzz baits have been working up in the James River in the early morning hours around the treetops and the laydowns. Go to your buzz baits, still working quite well. Pop R's are working throughout the first hour and a half of the day, and the whopper ploppers have been doing good as well. So mix those baits up and always have a rod rigged up with a topwater bait on Table Rock or anywhere this time of the year, because you never know. You could be out deep water fishing, drop chop fishing, and a little school of bass will jump up chasing shad. So have some good topwater fishing out at Table Rock. Also, we are still getting pretty good reports around the docks. Jigs were good over the weekend as well, the last few days. The 3/8 ounce or the half ounce football style jigs with your favorite trailer, pitching it out and just working it off the points and down on the ledges around 20, 25, 30 feet of water. Picking up some real quality fish there as well. And let's see, we've had some pretty good reports of still plastic worm fishing off some of the brush piles. Texas style, try that, that's for sure. Crickets, if you want to take the kids out the next few days or the upcoming weekend, stop by your local sporting goods store, pick up some crickets and get those kids out there on the bluffs and back into the coves. I should say the bluegill fishing is really good. White bass we've had reported on Table Rock over the past weekend off the points and down around 15 to 20 feet of water. And walleye. They're not catching a lot of walleye, but if you hit these points at the lower end and pretty well throughout the lake, you just want to sit there with a jig or a jig and night crawler or a hook and maybe a split shot up above that hook with a night crawler. Fish it real slow right off the bottom. You'll have a chance of picking up a walleye. May not catch numbers, but you really have a chance of picking up a whopper. Now, let's jump down to Lake Taneycomo. I've just visited with the folks at Scotty's Trout Dock. Boy, the last few days there have been a lot of limits being caught of rainbow trout. They're drift fishing anywhere from Cooper Creek all the way down to Scotty's. Around Monkey Island's good, just like it was last week. I tell you, the best color the last couple of days, they reported at Scotty's, is the orange power bait. Try that. Still, that little pink plastic worm's doing good. They're running about, over the weekend they didn't run much water, but now the first of the week they're running about 2 units. Your spoons have been the little Clio spoons. Again, my favorite, the silver with the blue's good, the pink and spoon with the silver. And so try that. Just like I've been saying, cast that out on the edge of the current. Let it go down to about a count of 10 or so, then work it back real slow. That spoon will wobble and pow, you're going to catch some trout, okay? And we've had some reports at the lower end of Lake Taneycomo of some largemouth bass being caught in the early morning hours on buzz baits and the whopper plopper type baits. So try that and you might pick yourself. You'd be surprised. There's some big, nice bass on Lake Taneycomo. Jump over to Bull Shoals Lake. Well, there's some walleye caught out there the last few days. Working a night crawler on the flats next to the river channel. You want to get it down to around 25, 30 foot of water. And they've been still trolling these number 11 Berkeley minnows and getting that down to around 20, 22 feet of water. Use a little bit lighter line like 8 or 10 or 12 pound test, get that bait down, and they've caught some nice walleye out there over the weekend. And we have reports of spinner baits, by the way, also on Table Rock and Bull Shoals. The spinner baits have been working. The shad are working back into along the bluffs, and also back into about halfway back into some of the pockets and the creek arms. Hope you enjoyed today's program. Be sure to subscribe. Tell your friends about it. We're having a lot of fun here on Fishing and Chum. Happy outdoors, everyone.